I'm Karen Feinerman, and this is your Fast Money Trade School. Feel like you're getting lost at sea in the stock market? One tip to find your way: follow the whales, Wall Street's most powerful investors. These heavy hitters have to disclose their biggest holdings. Just check out a 13F form filed quarterly to see what Buffett or Icahn have been buying. But before you dive in head first, remember, even whales can get beached. Class dismissed.
Whale watcher, are you? Does this market have you down? Well, then let's do some Wall Street whale watching. Hello, I'm Brian Mckeon, partner at the JMB FLP. Today we'll be reviewing number 46 in my list of the 100 top traders. Today we'll be looking at Jana Partners. Now, using this strategy has done so well for me. It's put me in the top 3% in the most recent CNBC tournament with returns of over 53%. And you can see how it's done for me in previous tournaments. Now, what we merely do is follow the holdings of the richest, most successful investors out there, and we find their holdings on these free websites. Then get an average analyst ranking through these free sites. So again, I'd like to remind you that all analyst recommendations are as of March 2nd, 2010. Now, looking at the holdings of Jana Partners, you can see that NOV, KBR, FCX, APC, CPRT, CPWR, Cisco, Microsoft, and Oracle all come in as moderate buys at this time. You can also see the rest of their holdings that come in as a hold and sell ratings at this time. Now, looking at the charts, you can see NOV, or National Oil Well Varco, is in a bit of a sideways consolidation level and has had a bit of a jump up late today with a tombstone doji. Now, that would be generally a bearish signal, but since we have a lot of good solid support with all of its moving averages in a tight range, I could see this one merely trading sideways. And stochastics is kind of rolling over and looking in the mid of the range like it's about to cross up and give you some upside potential. So even though it's a bearish signal, I would look for this one to go sideways for now. As for KBR, or Kellogg Brown and Root, you can see stochastics is getting up into the overbought level, which is typically a bearish symbol. And given that, and the fact that you're hitting a bit of a double top at this level, I'd look for this one to go down at this time. As for FCX, or Freeport Mckeon, you can see that it's currently trading above all of its moving averages and has broken up against these previous highs of a week or so ago. So that's generally a pretty good sign. Stochastics is, even though it's nearing the overbought level, since it was able to break above these highs, I could see stochastics moving up and possibly embedding in the next several days, possibly week or so. So you could see this one giving you a potential run up to fill some of this, well, it's not quite a gap, but to fill some of this level. So I'd see a run up possibly to the 83.75 level. As for, Anadarko Petroleum, you can see this one's had quite a run up, and also too, it's giving you a tombstone doji, so I'd see this one possibly rolling over since stochastics been embedded for quite a while and is looking like it's going to head down. So I'd look for this one to pull down to its 18-day moving average. As for Copart, you've had quite a move today. Stochastics hasn't quite completely both gotten into the overbought level. You're in a bit of resistance against this previous high. So if we can break above this high, I'd look for it to continue to move its run up to the highs of last September. If it can't break above this high and it turns into a double top, I'd look for it to pull back down to its moving average. So this one's probably a little too tough to call at the time, so move on to something else. As for CompuWare, you can see a lot of good movement with pretty much all the moving averages, giving you a series of golden crosses, so that's generally a bullish sign. Stochastics is kind of in the mid of the range and heading upward. So I'd look for this one to first move into these levels here, probably around the 785-ish level, and do a little bit of stalling out there and then giving you a run up into this 816 level. So this one I'd say looks pretty decent at this time. As for Cisco Systems, you can see that we've had some good movements and crosses with moving averages a while back, and stochastics has been in the embedded status for a while now. But I'd say this one could slowly move up until you get into this resistance levels here, and then I'd be looking for some double topping patterns there and a pullback down to its 18-day moving average, because stochastics has been embedded for quite a while, so I'd look for the momentum to pull back on this one. As for Microsoft, you can see that it's under pretty much a lot of its shorter term moving averages and has been in a bit of sideways consolidation. Stochastics is giving you a sharp negative tick down, so I'd look for this one to move sideways to down in the near term. As for Oracle, you can see that it's been moving sideways in the consolidation level, so I'd look for the 18-day and 20 days to move up and give it some support where it could stabilize and move to another move to the upside. So, in review, the moderate buys are NOV, KBR, FCX, APC, CPRT, CPWR, Cisco, Microsoft, and Oracle as moderate buys. And also you can see that there are no strong buys at this time. So again, I'd like to remind you that all analyst recommendations are as of March 2nd, 2010. And if you'd like a more up-to-date look at the holdings at Jana Partners, you can find them on StockPicker. Then you can go over to these free websites for an average analyst ranking. So, on to my disclaimer. Disclaimer, I am not a licensed investment advisor, and the investments I am showing you today are what I'm doing for my friends and family's accounts. And I am not affiliated with any of the websites used to determine these rankings. And I currently own none of the stocks discussed today. So again, this is Brian Mckeon from the JMV FLP, saying thank you and see you next time for I'm a Whale Watcher. Oh, I'm Brian Mckeon, creator of The Predatory Lender. Now, if the previous was a little too boring for you, try joining the Predatory Lender team as they go on their intergalactic adventures, trying to hunt down the next great investment opportunity for you.